Hey, thanks for 20 years, Brookhaven. This is Shannon Aker for Bank of Brookhaven. We have a commitment to local prosperity. Lending money is not just a business with us. Our loans promote ownership, increase job growth, and support economic development. For over 20 years at Bank of Brookhaven, it's been all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
The following is a B92 Sports production. And now, Monday Night Baseball, Dixie Youth Game coverage on B92 is brought to you by Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Exit 40 Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookway Market Basket on Brookway Boulevard, Rex Lumber Company, Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration, Toyota of Brookhaven on Brookway Boulevard, Dry Therapy Brookway Boulevard, and C&W Homes in Vicksburg. Now let's go behind home plate for Monday Night Baseball on B92.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Baseball here from the Lincoln Civic Center. Beck Warren alongside Jeff Richardson. Jeff, it's a scorcher out here.
Man, I'm telling you, they call these the boys of summer, and no truer words were ever spoken. This is summertime baseball.
I tell you what, the sun is starting to set in the west, and the concession area is giving us a pretty good shade.
Yeah.
But those youngsters out on the field are getting the full effect of that 96 degrees. Wind is blowing slightly out of the north. Flag is pointed toward the south, so maybe they'll pick up a little bit of that wind. We got another good one, Jeff. This is about 4 weeks ago. These two teams locked horns with Brookhaven Radiology and M Square Construction, with the construction crew taking a 7-5 victory. Kind of a back-and-forth ball game. Radiology jumped out early, got ahead in the ball game. M Squared came back strong and held off Brookhaven a rally in the bottom of the last inning to hold on to the 7-5 win.
Yes, it was a very exciting game, as we've said each time. You know, the home team has had a chance to win it in the last inning, and that was definitely true here a few weeks back. And it just shows how important every run is that they put on the scoreboard here. You know, sometimes you wonder, well, why is he trying to get an extra couple of runs in here in about the fourth inning? Well, because you never know what's going to happen in the fifth.
Head coaches Jared Mounty from M Squared and Joseph Durr, I'm sure they've been talking to their teams pregame and got their strategies together. Warm-up tosses taking place on the mound tonight for Brookhaven Radiology. It's going to be Madden Coleman behind the plate, Tristan Fortenberry out at first base, Julian Case, Drew Sones over at second base. At third base, Brady Michael Durr and Glenn Lewis at shortstop. That's your infielders for Brookhaven Radiology. Well, I've got a second, Jeff. I've got a yellow jacket join the broadcast booth right here. Let's mention our sponsors. Game of the Week sponsors have been with us all year. Sullivan Ford Lincoln Brookway Market Basket, Rex Lumber, Toyota of Brookhaven, Dry Time, Damage Restoration Service, Tri Therapy, Physical and Occupational Therapy, King Daughters Medical Center, and C&W Homes in Vicksburg. Thank you to all our sponsors of Dixie Youth Baseball and the Lincoln Civic Center.
Yeah, and these are the folks that want to make sure that Little League Baseball keeps going, because these kids, we've said it every week, and I'm not going to get tired of saying it, these kids learn a lot. During these summer times, they learn teamwork, they learn commitment, they learn a lot of things that are going to pay off for them later in life. So, and they couldn't do it without these sponsors, and we appreciate each one of them.
All right, final warm-up tosses. First three batters for M Square Construction, Jeremy Bibbs, Cameron Gutman, and Jaden Allen. Bibbs, remember him from last game, had a couple of base hits and made the game-ending out in the outfield. He wears number 14 for M Square Construction.
And Beck, if you're listening on the radio, obviously, so you can't see this, but starting pitcher Coleman is 6'2". Yes, he is, and he's 12 years old and 6'2". Every bit of it.
He and Brady Michael Durr, I tell you what, two tall ones out there. You can start a basketball team with those two.
That's right.
Pitch on the way from Coleman and swinging a miss by Bibbs. Went after a high pitch, couldn't catch up with it. No balls, one strike.
Well, it's something we talked about in pregame. With Coleman being so tall, it's kind of hard for him to pick up his release point, and ball like that looked like a strike coming off his hands, but it ended up high when it got to the batter.
Pitch to the plate. Call strike two right down the middle. Good velocity right there from Coleman. Got Bibbs in a hole. 0-2 count here. Top half the first inning. First batter of the ball game. Jeremy Bibbs digs in. Coleman looks in. Got a signal from Fortenberry. Here's the pitch. That was going to work off the plate a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Game just underway at Lincoln Civic Center.
Coleman pitching from the stretch. As we know, these guys get the runners get to play off, so they just kind of get used to pitching from the stretch at all times.
Coleman looks, delivers. That one's going to work down. Got under the glove of Fortenberry. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Need to mention if you listen on the radio, but if you have a friend or relative outside the listening area, Jeff, they can go to YouTube and go to the search engine in YouTube, type in WBKN or B92 WBKN and listen to all the action.
That's right.
On the radio. Pitch from Coleman. That one's going to work outside. So jump ahead, 0 balls, 2 strikes, and come back with 3 straight balls. Bibbs is standing on top of that plate, kind of crowding the plate with 2 strikes.
Yeah, Bibbs is not scared. He's going to get in there and try to get his hacks in. So Coleman needs to settle down right here and throw a strike.
So 3-2 count, payoff pitch to Jeremy Bibbs. Coleman delivers. That ball's going to work inside. Coleman's going to draw the walk. So that'll put Coleman down at first base, brings up Cameron Russell. Russell wears number 6 for M Squared. Let's see if Coleman looks to run over there at first base.
Yeah, I got a feeling, we're going to see a little bit of running here. As we said, every run's important. So if you can move these guys to second base, third base, you got a lot better chance of scoring in this league.
Coleman looks. There goes Bibbs on his way to second. That one got away from Fortenberry as well. So uncontested stolen base. Bibbs down in scoring position. Ball 1 to Russell.
Coleman's starting to think about his mechanics a little bit, and he just needs to settle down and throw like he did the first couple pitches of the game. Just relax and throw it to a target.
Coleman delivers. Bibbs on the move. Call strike 1. Down to third. Got away from Durr. Went out into left field. Bibbs is going to trot home for the first run of the ball game from M Square Construction. So kind of a manufactured run right there. Jeremy Bibbs, a walk, 2 stolen bases, and an error down at third base. 1 run up for the construction crew.
Pretty good throw there by Fortenberry. Durr couldn't quite get it down and put the tag on him. I think it was going to be a close play if he was able to.
Pitch on the way from Coleman, up and out of the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike to the batter, Cameron Rutland.
Yeah, Coleman is getting a little bit frustrated out there. It's hot. He's already starting to work a little bit. He just needs to calm down and just throw the ball. I think he'll be fine.
Coleman looks to Fortenberry. He's got a signal. Here's the pitch. Works a little bit inside to Rutland.
Not a bad pitch there. A little bit inside, but again, when you start getting a little bit wild, the umpire's not going to give you those that are a couple inches off the plate.
3 balls, 1 strike to Rutland. 1 run on the board for M Square Construction here in the top half of the first. That one's going to work up and out of the zone. Rutland's going to draw the walk, so he'll move down to first base. Jaden Allen, number 12, he'll step in for the construction crew. That's going to draw a visit from Brookhaven radiology coach Joseph Durr.
I think that's a good visit there. He's got to calm him down a little bit, talk to him about what he's doing. But again, not stress a whole lot of what your mechanics are. Just be fluid. You're just pitch and catch with the catcher. Don't worry about it.
Let's mention our Lincoln Civic Center baseball sponsors, full-time sponsors, our marquee facility sponsors, Bank of Brookhaven, the field sponsors, Dungan Engineering, Trustmark National Bank, Sullivan Ford, Ameriprise Financial, Bank Plus, our batting cage is sponsored by First Bank, and the Pavilion, sponsored by Farm Bureau of Lincoln County.
Yeah, and these are those guys that sponsor this facility year-round. Great sponsor.
Pitch on the way to Allen, got away from Fortenberry. It's going to allow Rutland to move down to second base, so another runner in scoring position down at second in the form of Cameron Allen.
And I tell you, one of the hardest working men in the building today may end up being Fortenberry, but keeps having to chase these balls back to the screen.
Let's see if Rutland's moving up at second. He's going to hold right there. Ball works inside, 2-0 to Jaden Allen. Allen wears number 12 for the guys in red. Gray trousers. Brookhaven radiology in the baby blue and white trousers. Coleman looks into Fortenberry. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch there.
Yeah, good pitch right there. Allen swiped third on that one. But good pitch there from Coleman. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jaden Allen.
I tell you, when you're pitching back, you never know when one pitch might get you right back in rhythm. So he just needs to not even think about it. Just keep doing what he just did there.
Pitch on the way can work up and out of the zone. Just delivers 3 balls, 1 strike to Jaden Allen. Cameron Rutland down at third with 1 run on the board for M Squared Construction here in the top half of the first inning.
Tough situation for Coach Durr here, because when you got your starter out there, you want to get a few innings out of him, and he hasn't gotten an out yet, so it's going to be tough for him to decide what to do.
Oh, off the shin guard from Fortenberry. That's going to allow Rutland to score from third base on the base on ball thrown by Allen. So 3 consecutive bases on ball. I'll tell you what, if I'm not mistaken, we probably have a hornet's nest of it.
Must be, because he is not happy with us being here.
Yeah, they're congregating right up under me right here.
We better call maintenance.
We're gonna shift the broadcast table a little bit. We have stirred up the hornet's nest.
Y'all don't want to hear me get stung on the radio, I promise you. I can squeal very loudly when I get stung.
Yeah, they are right up under the table we're working out of, but we'll make do. Brings up Brody Butler. Takes a high ball as Jaden Allen scampers down to second base with a stolen base. 1 ball, no strikes to Butler. We're going to round up one of the facility workers here at the ballpark. On some wall spray. Swing and a miss by Butler. Throw down to third. It's going to get away from the third baseman. That's going to allow Allen to come home for the third run of the inning for the construction crew, M Square Construction. So 3 bases on balls resulted in 3 runs. 2 balls, no strikes to Brody Butler.
It just shows you how those walls can come back to haunt you there. Because all 3 of those guys were able to advance on stolen bases and then score on wild pitches there. So
good pitch right there. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Butler.
It's one of those situations, if he can just settle down right here and get him a couple of outs, it's 3 runs. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, they can make that up pretty quickly.
It's going to take more than 3 runs to win this ball game.
Absolutely.
Coleman looks into Fortenberry. Here's the pitch. Call strike 3. Good pitch on the inside corner right there from Coleman.
Nice comeback.
First out of the inning.
Yeah, it's a good comeback there to be able to get back in a little bit of a rhythm, get him an out, now settle down and work his way in to let these guys, radiology, come back to bat.
Brings in number 8, Brandon Jenkins. Jenkins had a couple big hits last ball game. Ball up and in, called ball 1. 1 out here in the top half of the first inning.
It was a ball back, but he's missing closer than he was earlier.
Yeah, he's all over it. Coleman looks to Fortenberry. Here's the pitch. Alvin's going to work outside. 2 balls, no strikes. They're going to bring the wall spray in and see if they can clear the...
As long as we kill them and don't make them mad, we'll be all right.
A little press control work here.
Thank you.
Broadcast table. Now we're set back. That's the way you take care of it. Pitch on the way from Coleman. It's going to work up. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. Brandon Jenkins at the plate. Coleman looks to Fortenberry. No man on. 3 runs across. Pitch on the way. Call strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Jenkins. Check that.
Good comeback there. Settling down a little bit.
Pitch from Coleman. That one's going to work up inside to Jenkins, so he'll draw the walk. After the strikeout, another walk, 4th walk of the inning, given up by Coleman. So Jenkins makes his way down to first base. Carson Mowdy steps in. Mowdy wears number 22 for M Square Construction. 3 runs here in the top half to first for M Squared. Pitch on the way from Coleman. Call strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Mowdy. So we get settled back in, Jeff, after the little pest control work here at the broadcast table.
Note to self, check that before the game.
Call strike 2 to Mowdy as Jenkins makes his way down to second base. slides in safely. That one got past the shortstop and the center fielder. Jenkins is going to work his way over to third base. A little confusion out there on the bag at second. Got past the shortstop and the second baseman. They kind of really weren't sure who was taking the bag. He made his way out into center field.
That's something you kind of got to get settled before the ball's out. Or you do have to get that settled before the ball gets out there. And apparently either one of them missed it or we didn't quite get the signal in there.
Ball works up and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mowdy. Three runs in the inning for M Square Construction. 1 out. Coleman looks into Fortenberry. He's got his signal. Checks Jenkins at third. Pitch on the way. Swinging him.
Good pitch there.
Yeah, real good pitch there by Coleman. Second out of the inning via the strikeout.
Good job. Looked like he took a little bit off that one. Almost looked like a little spinner, and Mowdy just couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, I was going to say it almost came a little bit three-quarters on that.
It did. I like the look of that.
Dropped down a little bit. Took a little bit off of it. Pitch on the way to Jackson Smith. Smith wears number 34 for M Square Construction. Jenkins down at third. 3 runs in the top half of the first inning for the construction crew. Coleman looks to Fortenberry. He's got his signal. Here's the pitch.
Not a bad pitch there.
Work up and out of the zone. Just missed that one on the high side. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs.
Still a pretty decent pitch there.
Coleman's got his signal. Checks Jenkins at third. Looks to Fortenberry. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss right down the middle. I tell you what, Jeff, when Coleman grooves it, he looks really good out there. He's got some good pitching years ahead of him.
Yeah, he just needs to settle down and throw. And because when he just throws, he's fine. And you can tell when he's aiming a little bit, he comes over it and throws it way outside or high.
Pitch from Coleman. Up and out of the zone. Nothing doing down at third base for Jenkins. That one went right off the backstop here in front of us. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Jackson Smith. 2 outs in the top half of the first inning. A lot of pitches from Coleman. Looks and delivers.
That's a good pitch there. Nice comeback.
Yeah, it's just a little adjustment out there, Coleman, and I'll tell you what, it's got good velocity. Got a little whip on that ball. That fastball tails off a little bit, so a lot of movement on his pitch. Just a little more work on the mound. He's going to be a good one.
I think so.
Pitch on the way. Call strike.
Nice comeback
right there from Coleman.
And that was nice work, Beck. He gave up the first four or five batters or so, scored 3 runs, and then he settled down, worked his way out of the inning. That's a whole new ball game.
So after 1/2 inning of play, there were 3 runs, no hits, 1 radiology error, and 1 runner was left on base. So the end of 1/2, M Square Construction 3, Brookhaven Radiology coming to the back. Let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line for our sponsors. You're listening to LCC Baseball here on B92.
For a winning deal on a new Toyota or Carfax certified pre-owned vehicle, it's Toyota of Brookhaven. The friendly sales team at Toyota of Brookhaven will help you choose the right vehicle for you with financing to fit your budget. When it comes to service, Toyota of Brookhaven takes care of everything from oil changes to major repair work. Toyota of Brookhaven, 890 Brookway Boulevard. Online, toyotaofbrookhaven.com. Good luck to all our Dixie youth team. Cash in on cool summer savings at C&W Homes in Vicksburg. C&W Homes has 2 Sunshine display homes at big discounts. Take your choice and save on a Sunshine 28 by 68 4-bedroom 2-bath home or a 32 by 64 3-bedroom 2-bath Sunshine home. Price includes delivery, setup, skirting, and AC. These great homes are priced to move. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. They will not be undersold. Call toll-free 800-748-9056. Online, CWMobileHomes.com.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. 3 runs in the top half of the first inning for M Squared Construction. So they jumped out early. Let's see if Brookhaven Radiology can answer. Jaden Allen will be pitching for the crew in red, M Squared Construction. Mowdy, his running mate, will handle the catching duties behind the plate. It's Carson Mowdy.
Warm-up pitches, looks pretty good.
I think we saw Allen and in there too.
I was going to ask you if we saw some of that.
Between these two squads.
Yeah.
Let's run over the starting offensive lineup for the Brookhaven Radiology. Tristan Fortenberry, Drew Sones, Glenn Lewis, Julian Case, Brady Michael Durr, Madden Coleman, Bo Williams, Hayden Avance, Taiwan Dixon, and Alex Etheridge. The offensive lineup for Coach Joseph Durr and Brookhaven Radiology.
Yeah, so they don't need to get anxious. The 3 runs down, just come in there, look for good pitches, and try to get on base, get base runners just like M Square did earlier. And next thing you know, they'll get some runs in there.
Yeah. M Square showed a lot of patience up there at the plate. They didn't chase bad pitches. I think the only attempt out of the zone was the first pitch of the ball game when Bibbs went after a really high pitch. But after that, they were real patient and only went after strikes from that point forward.
That's right, and looked pretty solid.
I tell you what, these kids aren't moving as quick as they were a couple weeks ago. Of course, I think the first time that we saw these two ball clubs, Jeff, probably a cool, 86, 87 degrees, and here we're pumping in at about, 90. It was 96 when I got out of the car, and I don't think it's cold very much.
Well, I've had my truck. This is the second summer I've had my truck, and the first day or so that I've ever put it on max air conditioning because it's just hot out there.
Yeah, it really is. First batter, Tristan Fortenberry. He's the catcher, wears number 27 for Brookhaven Radiology. Jaden Allen working with Carson Mowdy behind the plate. Swinging and miss by Fortenberry. Chased one up and out of the zone. No balls, 1 strike to the Radiology catcher.
Yeah, you get up there trying to hit, and I like that. Being aggressive, a little bit out of the zone, but we've seen him make contact all over the bat.
Out over the screen, so in the hole early, no balls, 2 strikes for Fortenberry. Real aggressive up there at the plate. 2 good pitches from the get-go from Allen. Allen looks to Mowdy. He's got his signal. Here's the pitch. It's going to work out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the bottom half of the first inning. 3-0 lead for M Square Construction.
Good eye there by Fortenberry because that ball was not that far off the plate, but he saw it tailing away and did a good job in taking that pitch.
Pitch from Allen. It's going to work up and out of the zone. It's going to even it up to 2-2 to Tristan Fortenberry. Let's see what Allen does right here. He's got a signal from Mowdy. Here's the pitch. It's going to work on the outer half. Doesn't get the call right there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming.
Another really solid take there by Fortenberry because that ball was coming kind of across the zone, but it missed the plate just out in front.
Allen looks into Mowdy. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball. Bibbs goes back. He's not going to get that one. That one's going to go to the wall. Fortenberry rounds first. He's digging for second. Looks like a stand. He's going to try to stretch it for 3. Fortenberry with a stand-up triple. Got over the head of Bibbs in the outfield. Left center field went all the way to the wall. Fortenberry checked up at second. Coach Joseph Durr waved it on to third. So a leadoff triple.
And I tell you, folks, sometimes you hear these going out there and kind of scoot by players. That flew the left center fielder. That was a stroke right there.
I got Drew Sones swinging and miss by Sones. So a leadoff triple from Fortenberry. Radiology back in business. Trailing 3-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning.
If your Sones here, you just want to get the ball in play, get this run in, get on the board.
There's a pitch from Allen. Looks a little bit out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike to Drew Sones. He's the second baseman for Brookhaven Radiology.
Another good take there by Drew. Again, that ball is kind of tailing away on the outside, but they're doing a good job at reading that spin and taking that pitch.
Here's the pitch from Allen. A good swing right there by Sones. Couldn't catch up with it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Fortenberry down at third after a triple to the wall from the leadoff batter from Brookhaven Radiology. Allen looks to Mowdy, checks Fortenberry at third. Here's the pitch. That one's going to work out of the zone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes
It was another good take by Sones because Allen has really good velocity. So it's not real easy to pick up where that ball's coming. That's one reason they're swinging at these pitches that are a little bbit elevated because they look really good coming at them.
Here's the pitch from Allen. Swing and a miss. Good pitch on the inside half from Allen. Got Sones to chase it. So first out of the inning via the strikeout. It's going to bring up Glenn Lewis. He's the shortstop. Wears number 25 for Brookhaven Radiology. Allen checks Fortenberry at third. Looks back into Mouty. Here's the pitch. Call strike one, right down the middle.
Something I've noticed about Allen on the mound so far, but you normally see these kids, almost in every at-bat throw one that gets back to the backstop. He is not throwing anything that his catcher could. Well, I say that. I cursed him. He threw that one a little bit high, but Mouty got it back pretty quickly.
Yeah, played the rebound off the protected padding behind home plate. Mouty turned around and scooped it, holding Fortenberry true over at third base.
Yeah, you can tell it's not Mouty's first time catching that here for sure.
Allen looks, delivers. That one's going to work out of the zone. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Glenn Lewis, 1 out in the inning via the strikeout. Tristan Fortenberry leads off the inning with a triple in the left center field gap.
Again, if you're a radiology here, you got to get this run in.
Call strike 2.
Very nice pitch. That didn't get much above his knees, but stayed level all the way in. It was a good pitch right on the outside corner.
Yeah, that's just one that's low in the zone, working the outer half of the plate. Tough ball to hit. You really got to go the other way with it. Here's the pitch. Out over the screen. Hanging tough in there, Glenn Lewis.
Yeah, that was in on his hands and did a great job of just fighting that off. There was nothing he was going to be able to do with it. Couldn't really put it in play. He just kind of got it out of play so that he could look for a better pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Allen looks into Lewis. Ball's going to work up and out of the zone. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Lewis. These pitchers kind of, both of them laboring out there a little bit.
Yeah. And the more pitches they throw, the more they're going to labor because you don't get fresher on a night like tonight.
Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball out for Rutland at shortstop. He's going to throw across the diamond to first base in time to get Lewis, but not before Fortenberry could score. So Fortenberry comes in to third. 6-3 put out of Lewis, but Lewis picks up the RBI. He did his job right there and got the run across.
Yeah, very important they got that run in. They did. Cut the deficit down to 2, and you got a lot of baseball to play.
Pitch on the way to Julian Case. He's the first baseman for Brookhaven Radiology. Good play out there by Cameron Rutland. Threw across the diamond to Brody Butler in time to get to Speedy Lewis.
Butler did a good job hanging on to that ball.
Yeah.
Had to stretch to get it.
Saw him. He went from a left foot stretch, had to kind of come up the line and went to change feet on the bag. You don't see a lot of young kids do that.
No, you don't.
They'll just try to keep the same foot on the bag, but he did a good shuffle right there when he had to move up the line and get that one.
Good practice.
1 ball, 1 strike to Julian Case. Allen delivers. Ooh, that one's going to catch Case on the rib cage.
I could see that one was going to hit him way before he got there.
So a hit batsman. Case trots down to first base. He seems to be okay. Brady Michael Durr's going to step in. Durr plays third base and wears number 44.
We'll see if they run on Mouty. Mouty looks to be quick, have a good arm.
Good cut right there by Durr, boy. If he catches up with that one, that's going to do some damage. Couldn't quite get it right there. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs in the bottom half of the first inning. Allen looks, delivers. Ow, back against the screen. Another good cut from Durr.
That was a nice cut. He was right on it.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Julian Case down at first base via the hit by a pitch. Let's see what Allen does right here. Swing and a miss. Good sequence of pitches right there from Jaden Allen for the 3rd out of the inning. But not before Brookhaven Radiology could bring 1 man across. So at the end of 1 complete inning of play. Let's go ahead and get the stats for that inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base.
Good clean inning pretty much by Allen.
After 1 complete inning of play, M Square Construction 3, Brookhaven Radiology 1. Let's give it back to our studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to LCC Baseball here on B92.
It's the good old summertime, And what better place to enjoy all the fresh fruits and vegetables the summer has to offer than Brookway Market Basket. Peanut lovers, Brookway Market Basket has fresh medium jumbo peanuts. Whatever the garden produces, you'll always get the best selection at Brookway Market Basket, 835 Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit, debit, and EBT cards accepted. And check out the EBT Double Up Bucks program at Brookway Market Basket. Brookway Market Basket now has in South Carolina peaches. And tell Wayne you heard about it on B92.
During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. 3-1 ball game. M Square Construction with 3 runs at the top half of the first inning. Brookhaven Radiology picked up 1 run with their answer. They left 1 runner on base. Some pretty good pitching that inning, Jeff, by Jaden Allen.
Yeah, he was all around the strike zone, had him a couple strikeouts and a ground out. And it hit 1 batter, but other than that, Tristan Fortenberry just ripped 1 off of him. But really good at pitching because he threw strikes, and that's what you got to do. And so we're going to see. It's going to be a challenge right here. We're going to see if Coleman can come back here and throw strikes, and because when he was throwing strikes, he was fine.
Yeah.
So if he can do that, keep his control, keep this game within a couple of runs, then let them come back and bat again. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Coleman picked up 3 strikeouts in the inning, but he also had 3 bases, field bases on balls that turned into runs, 3 runs.
That's right.
So we'll see if he can get back on track and stay in that strike zone. Up for M Square Construction, Mark Gill, Braden Gatland, and the leadoff batter, Jeremy Bibbs. Gill wears number 13 for the construction crew. Final warm-up tosses here, moving into the top half of the second inning. If you're in and around the ballpark and listen on the radio, stop by, sit in the car, listen to it on the radio, and watch it from the outfield. Or if you got friends outside the listening area, tell them to go to YouTube. And in the search bar, they'll type B92 WBKN. They
anywhere
can action.
In the world.
The world, yeah. Coleman looks into Fortenberry. Here's the pitch on the way. Straight down the middle, call strike 1 to Mark Gill.
Good start there.
Gill, one of the outfielders, I believe, for M Squared. Coleman looks into Fortenberry again. Here's the pitch. So we call strike 2. So Coleman's found a groove here in the top half of the second inning, Jeff.
Tell you what's also helped him right here is Gill is pretty way back off the plate. That kind of that helps Coleman, makes him feel comfortable. Yeah. He's not really throwing at a batter. He's throwing at a target.
Yeah. Here's the pitch from Coleman. Took a little bit off that one, kind of tried to place it in there, worked high and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mark Gill for M Square Construction.
Yeah, Coleman just doesn't need to think about it here and just whine and throw, because we saw what he can do when he does that.
Here's the pitch from Coleman. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good scoop right there by Fortenberry. Took it out of the dirt. Tied Gill. And we are playing full baseball rules right here in the Ozone Division. So a strikeout for the first out of the inning for Coleman. It's going to bring up Braden Gatland. Pitch on the way from Coleman's going to work out of the zone. Gatland, one of the outfielders for M Squared.
And I tell you, psychologically, that's as a pitcher, you love starting an inning like that, because that changes your whole strategy. You don't have to worry about anybody running the bases. You got a clean inning to start.
Coleman delivers. That one's going to work out of the zone. So no balls, 2 strikes, or 2 balls, no strikes to Gatland.
Gatland's a smaller guy, and I think that's kind of getting with Coleman right here a little bit.
Yeah, he's really just got to focus on Fortenberry, focus on his catcher. Easier said than done.
Oh, I know.
But he's really got to focus in on your catcher and get in that spot. Here's the pitch from Coleman. That one's going to work out of the zone. It's ball 3 to Braden Gatland. Expect to see the take on from Coach Mowdy down at third base.
Yeah, he's seen how well things work if he can get some base runners. So that's what he is Plus, he's got some good hitters coming up right behind him.
Got Bibbs on deck, the leadoff hitter for M Squared. Coleman looks and delivers. That one's going to work out of the zone, so full ball walk to Gatlin. So he'll trot down to first base, bring off the leadoff batter, Coach Joseph Durr. He's going to go out and visit with Coleman. Let's see what we're going to do right here. Let's give it back to the studio for 30 seconds. 30 seconds down the line. Let's get a quick break right here, Jeremy. You're listening to LCC Baseball on B92.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford Truck Headquarters. We here at Sullivan want to extend our biggest thanks for all of your business over the past few months by offering 0% up to 84 months on all remaining 2019 models, as well as 0% up to 72 months on most of our 2020 vehicles. Don't forget our special discounts for military, teachers, college grads, first responders, and healthcare professionals. Check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. First pitch on the way from Coleman to Bibbs. Down away from Fortenberry, allowed Gatlin. That's Braden Gatlin to scamper down to second base. He reached via the walk. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. Bibbs stands in. Coleman looks in. Here's the pitch. That one's going to work out of the zone. Fortenberry's going to make the throw down to third to Durr. Back him out at third, so a good arm right there from Fortenberry. Caught it off the wall. A little hesitation out there by Gatlin. Went head first into third base. Brady Michael Durr slapped the tag on him before he could reach base. So for the second out of the inning, good pitcher to third, catcher to third baseman combination. Fortenberry down to Durr for the second out of the inning.
Fortenberry had plenty of time, and he took his time, and that was a good, cool play for him to make. Because Gatlin, like you say, Gatlin didn't pick up the ball real quickly, and then by the time he was committed to get down there, Fortenberry had it. And Fortenberry did not rush it, got the throw right there. Durr got it, turned around, found him, put the tag on him. Just a nice job.
All works out of the zone to Bibbs, so 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Coleman. Call strike 1. Had to take on all the way right there from Coach Mowdy. You get Bibbs on, you got to expect him to be running, so he's a valuable base runner. Pretty good call down there by Coach Mowdy.
Yeah, you get Bibbs on, you almost have to give him third base.
Yeah,
I mean, he's that fast, yeah.
So 3-1 to Bibbs. Let's see what happens right here. Here's the pitch from Coleman. That one's going to call strike 2 on the inner half.
Now, the key right here is to be around the plate and make Bibbs swing, because he's not going to take if it's close. He's going to have to hack away at it. You got to get it in the zone.
Good battle right here, Coleman and Bibbs. Coleman looks to Fortenberry. Here's the pitch. That one's going to work up and out of the zone, so Bibbs is going to draw the walk, the 3-2 walk, but a good comeback right there by Coleman. It's going to be Cameron Rutland, the shortstop.
Yeah, the key right here, he got to forget about Bibbs, because you know he's going to be going. And Fortenberry's got to use a good decision on whether he throws or not.
Not much of a lead for Bibbs. It's going to depend on his speed. There goes Bibbs. That one's got away from Fortenberry, so Bibbs, he'll move to second uncontested. Ball 1 to Rutland. You know, these are 70-foot bases, Jeff, so, you know, a little more of a challenge.
Right.
You know, on the stolen bases, they do get to play off, just like you'd see in college and Major League high school, Major League Baseball. So all the rules apply.
Yeah, I like the way they're playing this.
Coleman throw down the third, not in time to get Bibbs, but a good throw and tagged down by Durr. Good execution with the base running and catcher to third baseman, Fortenberry to Durr, just not in time to catch the speedy Bibbs.
Yeah, that was a little closer than I thought it was going to be. Fortenberry got it down there quickly, and Durr just kind of turned to make the tag. Maybe if he turned the other way, he might get him, but really a good challenge there for a very fast player.
Yep. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rutland. Here's the pitch. Up and out of the zone. Good snag there by Fortenberry. I tell you, Jeff, he had to come off the ground and get that one.
That saved the run right there, no doubt. No doubt.
Anything by the catcher, you got to expect Bibbs to be, he's looking to run.
Yeah,
probably got the green light and on his own from Coach Mowdy.
Yeah, if you're Coleman here, you almost have to be coming off the mound when you release, just kind of assuming you got to get there.
Pitch on the way. That one's going to work out up and out of the zone to Rutland. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. 3-1 ball game. M Square Construction out in front. Runner down at third in the form of Jeremy Bibbs reached on a walk. So
Coleman still with a chance here to get out of this inning without giving up a run, and that would be huge momentum for Radiology. That was a good pitch there.
Call strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So as full as you can get it.
I'm not sure Rutland liked that pitch, but it was close enough.
Yeah. Right on the outer half.
Yeah, and it's probably a good take. It wasn't a ball he could hit. He got a 3-1 count. Take the pitch. Good job there by Rutland.
Payoff pitch to Rutland. That was going to work inside. Rutland's going to draw the walk. So it's going to move Rutland down to first. Bibbs over at third. Jaden Allen's going to step in. Got to expect Rutland to be moving on the first pitch.
Yeah, I think we're about to have a change.
Let's see if Coach Durr, a lot of pitches from Coleman, so not a bad move there from Coach Durr. Let's go ahead and give it back to the studio. We've got a 3-1 ball game here in the top half of the second inning. M Square Construction out in front of Brookhaven Radiology. Pitch and change on the field. So let's give it to the studio, Jeremy. Let's do 1 minute down the line to hear from all our sponsors. You're listening to Monday Night Baseball on B92.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. Good luck to all the teams, and a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
In a minute. And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. Pitching change. Glenn Lewis is going to move to the pitcher's mound. Madden Coleman will move over to first base. A lot of work out there by Coleman in this hot weather. Gave up 3 runs in the first inning, had 2 outs here in third. His pitch count had to be up, so Coach Joseph Durr saw him laboring a little bit out there. Decided to go with Lewis. So let's reset it. Got Rutland down at first. Bibbs over at third. 2 outs in the inning. Glenn Lewis in for Brookhaven Radiology.
Lewis coming in from shortstop. Usually a shortstop can throw some strikes. So
Jaden Allen, right here. Jaden Allen, the pitcher for M Square, steps in, trying to add to that 3-1 lead for M Square Construction. Lewis looks in, swing and a miss by Allen. We're going to let Rutland make his way down to second base. So runners at second in the form of Rutland. Down at third, Bibbs. Jaden Allen trying to push more runs across for M Square Construction. Good start there by Lewis. Lewis looks, delivers, fouled right back to the broadcast booth.
Good pitch, good cut. Man on man right there.
2 quick strikes right there from Lewis. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I tell you, Allen is claiming that play too. His toes are right in that up to the batter's box.
Lewis delivers. Here's the pitch, strike 3. Good pitch and good job right there by Glenn Lewis to pick up the strikeout of Jaden Allen with ducks on the pond for the 3rd out of the inning. No damage done in the top half of the second inning by M Square Construction. There are no runs, no hits, no errors. There are 2 runners left on base. So at the end of 1.5 innings of play, M Square Construction 3, Brookhaven Radiology 1. And coming to bat, let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, hear from all our sponsors. You're listening to Lincoln Civic Center Baseball here on B92.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
The pipe under the sink broke. Junior started a small fire in the den. Don't panic. Call Nathan Grayson and Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. Whatever disaster strikes your home, Dry Time can take care of it. Fire and soot, water, mold, and more. Dry Time also offers complete cleaning services from floor to ceiling. Don't panic. Call Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. 754-1449.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. We got a good one going here, Jeff. 3-1 ball game. Good job right there. Glenn Lewis came in with runners at second and third. Got the 4-pitch strikeout to get out of the inning for Brookhaven Radiology. Trailing by 2 runs going here to the bottom half of the second inning.
Coleman started that inning with a strikeout and got in trouble a little bit again with the base on balls, but Fortenberry was able to throw a man out at third, so he had clean bases and put a couple more guys on, but Lewis came in. Good timing there by Coach Durr to bring Lewis in and get it done. So now if you're Brookhaven Radiology, you need to capitalize on that. You got to stop. So you need to go out there and try to put some runs on the board to keep up with them too here. M Square, I'm sorry.
Jay Diamond comes back for the second inning work. Carson Mounty behind the plate. Brody Butler down at first base. Jackson Smith at second base. Over at third, Brandon Jenkins and Cameron Rutland had a big play in the first inning out at shortstop for M Square Construction. Final warm-up toss is Mounty's going to throw it down to second base, and a strike he does. It's going to bring in the tall, slender Matthew Coleman. He was a starting pitcher. Now has moved over to first base for Brookhaven Radiology.
Big right-hander.
You know, I said Madden's about 6'2". I'm going to give him 6'3", Jeff.
Yeah, I think he grew an inch before Durr did that starting lineup.
Yeah, I've seen him play basketball. He's a pretty good one on the court, too. Good cut right there from Coleman. Couldn't catch up with it. So no balls, 1 strike. Pretty good location from Allen.
Allen has been spot on. I mean, giving up 1 big hit and then hit a player, but other than that, he has been very good.
Allen's going to work in the dirt. Good scoop back there by Mouty.
Yeah, Mouty's a really good athlete back there. Does a good job receiving the ball, good job throwing the ball.
Allen looks to Mouty. Coleman digs in. Fouled over the screen down the right field side.
Another good pitch there by Allen. He just kind of jammed him, and Coleman kind of fought that off. There was really nothing. He couldn't turn on it because of the velocity, but he was able just to fight it off to the right side.
Allen looks to Mouty. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 3. I tell you what, that was down at the knees in the strike zone. Coleman had to go down and try to get it. Just couldn't catch up with it. So good piece of pitching right there from Allen.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with this young man on the mound. He has just pounded that strike zone all night long.
Bo Williams is going to step in, one of the outfielders for Brookhaven Radiology. Call strike 1 from Allen. Allen's kind of finding the groove, Jeff.
I think what he's figured out is it's hot out here, and he wants to get back in the dugout as quickly as he can.
You're exactly right. Allen looks to Mouty. Here's the pitch. Off the hands of Williams. Knocks it down the first base line in foul territory. I tell you what, we've seen that on these first 2 batters. Gets ahead of them and comes inside, and both of them really fighting him off the hands.
Absolutely. I was about to say that. He might throw that first pitch just on that outside corner, and then he's inside. He's pitching.
Here's the pitch from Allen. Lazy fly ball in the on-deck circle on the left side. Falls innocently to the turf, so Bo Williams will come back and do it again.
Nice cut by Bo again, fighting off one that was a little bit inside and jammed him. But, yeah, I mean, Allen is kind of following the same routine, so I don't think it's by accident where he's placing that ball.
Here's the pitch from Allen. That one got away from him, up and out of the zone. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bo Williams. Hayden Avance waits his turn on deck. Allen's going to look to Mouty. 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the pitch. That one's going to work out of the zone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Yeah, that one he tried to put a little bit too much sidearm on that one, so it's a little bit out of the zone.
2-2 count to Bo Williams. Here's the pitch from Allen. Just off the plate, called ball 3. I'll tell you what, that's one of those flip a coin at it.
I was going to say that was not a bad pitch at all right there.
Full up here with one out. Bottom half of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Allen. Call strike 3 right down the pike. For the second out of the inning, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Allen.
Sometimes you'll see these pitchers just throw the same velocity every time, but you can tell when Allen needs to throw a strike, he may let up on it just a little bit. Same motion, and that's throwing these kids off.
Hayden Avance steps in. First pitch out of the zone, ball 1. Avance, an outfielder for Brookhaven Radiology. Allen looks to Mowdy. He's got his signals. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. Here's the pitch. Out off the right side. Good cut right there by Avance. Went over into the buddy ball field, coach pitch field. So good pass at it right there from Avance.
But once again, a good, hard fastball in on the hand.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch from Allen. Call strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of 2. I tell you what, Allen, a lot of pitchers, especially this age, they tend to work away from the ball.
Yeah.
Allen, he'll work that inside corner.
That's my play. You can't take it.
That one's going to work a little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces wild here in the second inning.
Again, not a bad pitch. I mean, that one's. I was really surprised when he took that one. Avance choking up a little bit.
Another one fouled over the screen again over in the buddy ball field. I tell you what, we're seeing a lot of right-handers hit it to the right side, jamming them, and that velocity just can't catch up with that Allen fastball.
Yeah, you even got Avance choked up about 2 inches on the bat.
Here's the pitch. That one's going to work in the dirt. Boy, that Mowdy looks good back there. Just casual with that one.
Yeah, nothing to it.
Just swiped it out of the dirt.
Hey, you got to give Avance credit. He has worked his way back by fouling the ball off to a full count.
Here's the pitch from Allen. That one's going to work. And Avance is going to draw the walk. Good piece of batting right there from Avance.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, well, it's just a walk, right? No, he worked for that walk. He had to foul off a couple of what could have been third strike and work the count up. Was able to get on.
Taiwan Dixon steps in. Dixon shows bunt. Pulls off of it. Call strike 1.
I remember Taiwan would do this every once in a while, show that bunt. Might bunt, too. I think he laid down a pretty good one last week.
Down the first base line.
Yeah,
he did.
Sure was.
Pitch on the way from Allen. Hit to the right side. That one's going to get in the hole. Good piece of hitting right there from Dixon. Avance is going to make the turn at second. He's on his way to third. And got under the glove of Jenkins. It's going to go to the wall. By the third base dugout, Coach Durr puts the brakes on Avance at third. So a good piece of hitting out there from Taiwan Dixon. The single moved to second on the throw to third. And a pretty good piece of base running out there by Avance. He didn't check up at second, Jeff.
He was chugging. And that was you talk about a good piece of hitting like that. That was a little bit outside. And Taiwan just drove it right between the first and second base, clean as it could be.
Call strike 1 to Alex Etheridge. Etheridge, where's number 9? I tell you what, Jackson Smith had moved toward the bag a little bit. He was looking to possibly take the throw from the catcher if Avance was running, and Dixon hit it right where he wasn't, or right where he used to be, and right out to the right fielder. So a good piece of hitting by Dixon. Let's see if the radiology guys can do something right here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Etheridge. That one's going to work up and out of the zone just a little bit. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, right here, if you're able to get Etheridge on base, you got Fortenberry coming up. It could really change the fortunes of this game pretty quickly if you can get Etheridge on here.
Allen looks to Mowdy. Here's the pitch. Call strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alex Etheridge. Etheridge wears number 9, as I mentioned. He's going to dig in, choke up on the bat. Allen looks to Mowdy. Here's the pitch. Call strike 3. Good piece of pitching right there by Jaden Allen. 3 strikeouts in the inning. Caven Radiology couldn't push a run across in that inning. They had no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners were left on base. So that at the end of 2 complete, M Square Construction 3 for Caven Radiology 1. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball here on B92.
For a winning deal on a new Toyota or Carfax certified pre-owned vehicle, it's Toyota of Brookhaven. The friendly sales team at Toyota of Brookhaven will help you choose the right vehicle for you with financing to fit your budget. When it comes to service, Toyota of Brookhaven takes care of everything from oil changes to major repair work. Toyota of Brookhaven, 890 Brookway Boulevard. Online, toyotaofbrookhaven.com. Good luck to all our Dixie youth teams. Cash in on cool summer savings at C&W Homes in Vicksburg. C&W Homes has 2 Sunshine display homes at big discounts. Take your choice and save on a Sunshine 28 by 68 4-bedroom 2-bath home or a 32 by 64 3-bedroom 2-bath Sunshine home. Price includes delivery, setup, skirting, and AC. These great homes are priced to move. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. They will not be undersold. Call toll-free 800-748-9056. Online, CWMobileHomes.com.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center, Field 4, 11, 12-year-old action. We got a good one here, Jeff. 3-1 ball game. M Square Construction put up 3 runs in the first. Radiology answered with one of their own. No runs since that point. Some pretty good pitching, pretty good defense out there. A couple good plays in the field by both ball clubs. We got a 2-run ball game right here moving into the top half of the third. While I got a minute, let's mention our sponsors. Our Game of the Week sponsors, C&W Homes of Vicksburg, King Daughters Medical Center, Tri-Therapy, Physical and Occupational Therapy, Dry Time Restoration Service, Toyota of Brookhaven, Rex Lumber, Brookway Market Basket, and Sullivan Ford Lincoln. Thank you to all our sponsors of Monday Night Baseball.
That's right.
Our facility sponsor, Buck of Brookhaven. Our field sponsors, Dungan Engineering, Trustmark National Bank, Sullivan Ford, Ameriprise Financial, Bank Plus. Batting cage sponsor. God always got to have some good batting cages, Jeff. First Bank and a Pavilion Farm Bureau of Lincoln County.
I was taking somebody on a little tour around Brookhaven yesterday, and we went by one of the older ballparks, and I said, well, we're not going to ride out there, but we have probably the finest Little League complex in the state of Mississippi.
No doubt. Brody Butler's going to step in for M Square Construction, swinging a miss on the first pitch from Glenn Lewis. So 1 ball, no strikes to Butler in the top half of the third inning.
So if you're Lewis here, you want to make short work of M Squared. You want to throw strikes. Now you're kind of through some of the better part of their lineup. You're in the middle part. These are good hitters. So, well, nice cut there from Butler.
Fouled it out of play over the third base dugout. So Butler in the hole, 0-2. A couple of good pitches right there from Lewis and good cuts from Butler.
I guess what I meant was you got through some of those faster, those guys that are really big threats that scored on you already. So you got to work here, try to manage this part of the lineup.
Here's the pitch from Lewis. Fly ball out to second base. Sones is going to come make chase. Falls between Sones and the left fielder. I tell you what, they are battling that sun out there. Just can't see it. I mean, if you're in left field in this particular ballpark, you're looking directly at that sun. And in west, I mean, it's just shining right down on you. I don't think Sones or the left fielder picked it up, and it fell right between them for a base hit for Butler.
Yeah, good swing there by Butler. Not an easy pitch to get his bat on the ball there. Great job.
Brandon,
left fielder just couldn't quite make the play.
Brandon Jenkins steps in, base on balls, his first time up. Here's the pitch from Lewis. Got away from Fortenberry. Butler's going to scamper down to second base, runner in scoring position for M Squared.
Yeah, you're going to find these M Squared guys are going to run. Almost everybody's going to run.
Let's see what Jenkins does right here, looking to push Butler around for another run. Lewis checks the runner at second. Now he'll deliver to the plate. Come back to the second base and put it by Sones. Sones is going to throw across the diamond to Coleman. Got the out at first.
Good job there by Sones.
So 6-3 put out from Sones to Coleman. Pushes Butler over to third base into scoring position. That's the first out of the inning. Carson Mowdy's going to step in. He's the catcher for M Square Construction.
What made that tough play by Sones was pitcher. Lewis tried to make the play and couldn't quite get to it. He shielded Sones, and he hung in there with it.
Hard hit ball from Mowdy out to the center fielder. Good snag out in center. Like doing a case out there. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get a number.
That was a great job there. Great job.
Just a smash by Mowdy, but a good play out in center field.
I tell you, this part of the lineup is really hitting the baseball.
That's Case over at second base, so we'll have to get a number on that center fielder out there. Pitch on the way from Lewis.
And I tell you, Butler was on third. He thought he'd burned him, so he was kind of off the bag and was not able to tag up and score on the fly ball.
And that's one of those you just automatically go back to the bag, you score. If they catch it, if they don't catch it, you score.
That's right. He just got excited. He was about ready to go.
Jackson Smith steps in for M Square Construction. Swing and a miss by Smith. 1 ball, 1 strike. Glenn Lewis doing work for Brookhaven Radiology, keeping his guys in it.
Yeah, I tell you right here, he's a couple pitches away from another scoreless inning. That would be a big deal right at this point.
Here's the pitch from Lewis. That one's going to work out of his own. Here comes Butler. Going to get a play at the plate, and he's tagged out at the plate. Good play right there between Fortenberry and Lewis. Went to the wall. Kind of went over to our right, Jeff.
Right.
Fortenberry got the mask off, found the baseball, pitched it out to Lewis, covered it on plate. Butler knew he was out, kind of uncontested, just stopped his running. Lewis applied the tag, so no runs in the top half of the third inning. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner. Check that. That was the final runner.
That was the final
that
runner.
would have been left on base, so no runners left on base. At the end of 2.5 innings of play, M Square Construction 3, Brookhaven Radiology 1, and coming to bat. Let's give it to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line. You're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball on B92.
It's the good old summertime, and what better place to enjoy all the fresh fruits and vegetables the summer has to offer than Brookway Market Basket. Peanut lovers, Brookway Market Basket has fresh medium jumbo peanuts. Whatever the garden produces, you'll always get the best selection at Brookway Market Basket, 835 Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Credit, debit, and EBT cards accepted. And check out the EBT Double Up Bucks program at Brookway Market Basket. Brookway Market Basket now has in South Carolina peaches, and tell Wayne you heard about it on B92.
During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. We've got a good one going here, 3-1 ball game. M Square Construction put up 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Brookhaven Radiology answered with 1. There's been no scoring since then. Good pitching by both pitchers from both squads. Brookhaven Radiology, Jeff, they got their hitters coming up. Fortenberry hit his triple his first time up, led off the ball game with a triple, and he scored for Brookhaven Radiology's only run of the ball game. So you have Fortenberry, Drew Sones, and Glenn Lewis, 1, 2, 3 hitters for Brookhaven Radiology, and 6 minutes left in the ball game. So they're going to have to do their work right here and see if they can overtake M Square Construction here in the bottom half of the third inning.
Yeah, and that's a rarity, to hear something like that. 3 runs in the first by one team, 1 run in the first by the other, and then nothing since. Because the pitchers have done a great job. Lewis coming in relief, and Allen has just been spot on. Other than that ball that Fortenberry's ripped, he's been pretty clean as well.
I'll tell you what, the pitching's been pretty good. And Coleman had a rocky first inning, gathered himself, turned the ball over to Lewis in the second inning. And but a 3-run ball game. I said it earlier. It's going to take more than 3 runs to win this ball game, and that'll be the case for Radiology.
That's right.
But these pitchers have settled in, and they've done a real good job. And unless Allen can just get through a real quick inning, this may be the last chance for Brookhaven Radiology.
Well, and if you're Radiology here, you need base runners. Yeah. So you need to swing at good pitches or take. And I mean, even if it's and we've seen Allen move the ball in and out of the strike zone. If it's a pitch you can't hit, take it unless you got 2 strikes on you.
So Tristan Fortenberry steps in. Allen looks in. Here's the pitch. That one's going to work in the dirt. So 1 ball, no strikes here in the top half. Or check that bottom half of the third inning. 5 minutes to go on the scoreboard clock in this one. They do play a time limit ball game here in the 12U division.
Good take there by Fortenberry.
Here's the pitch to Fortenberry. Swinging to me. It's got a good cut at that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff batter from Brookhaven Radiology.
Allen took something off of that one. There's no doubt about it. That was about 80% of his velocity, but the same motion, and that's the key to good pitching.
Allen looks to Mounty. Here's the pitch. That one goes behind the helmet of Fortenberry. Didn't get his bat down. Fouled it off the bat unintentionally. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fortenberry. That's when the pitcher kind of looks at you and kind of says, "Hey, sorry." Yeah. Allen looks in. Fortenberry digs in. Here's the pitch. That one's going to work off the plate just a little. Just missed on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's a hard pitch to take.
That was a hard pitch to take right there. Fortenberry did a good job seeing that was going to be off the plate.
2-2. Here's the pitch. Hit to the right side, off the first baseman's glove. That's going to be an infield single from Fortenberry, hustling down the line.
I'll tell you what, I thought it was going to be an easy infield single, and Allen got over there. You know, if you watch enough baseball, you know when the ball's hit to the right side, the pitcher comes off the mound to field first base. That's not an easy play to do for a high school kid, and he came off of there, and he was there. Made a great play.
Fortenberry on the move. Sones at the plate. Fortenberry's going to take second base uncontested. Brody Butler knocked it down at first base, had to go in the hole, continued after the ball, and Allen, just like a pitcher should do, covered first base.
Beautiful.
And Fortenberry made it by a half step.
That was a great play.
Infield single by Fortenberry. Fortenberry's moving out at second base, throw down to third. No, check that, Mounty.
Yeah, smart by Mounty, because you weren't going to get him. Worst thing you could do is throw it in the left field, and all of a sudden it's 3-2.
1 ball, 1 strike to Sones. Allen checks his runner, comes back to Mounty. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Sones. Pretty good pitch right there.
Yeah, he's throwing Sones these elevated fastballs, and Sones is having trouble catching up to it.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Correction from our home plate umpire, Marty Davis, veteran behind the plate. Pitch into Mounty. Here comes Sones. Good coverage back here by Mounty. Teamwork between he and Allen.
Smart base running by Fortenberry there to get back to third base. He could have tried to rush it and come home, but that was not going to work out well for him. Good job there.
I'll tell you what, Jeff, I am more and more impressed by Jaden Allen. He makes all the, he's making the pitches, but he's making all the defensive plays where he's supposed to be. I got to believe, I don't know if he's played some junior high ball yet, but he's one some coaches are going to put some eyes on real quick.
Yeah, he has got a very good field presence. He knows where he's supposed to be at all times.
Pitch on the way to Sones. Swing and a miss, so 3 balls, 2 strikes to Drew Sones.
Yeah, 3-1 there, gutsy pitch. I mean, just a really good pitch.
Fortenberry down at third, trailing 3-1. 1 minute left in this one, so Radiology, they're going to have to score 3 to win it, 2 to tie. Allen looks in, got a balk call.
Yeah, he kind of started that motion and kind of stopped it. And then finished it.
Yeah,
they didn't kind of stop it. He totally stopped it, and then he finished it, which is
they give the youngsters 1 balk warning in this league, and then the next one the runners will advance. So pitch on the way to Sones, going to draw the walk.
Good job there again by Fortenberry. Ball was to the screen, and Fortenberry came about almost half the way and then went back. Good idea, because his run only matters if you got a guy behind him. So you don't want to make an out here at home plate.
Glenn Lewis will step in. Sones down at first. Fortenberry down at third. You got to expect Sones to be moving, and he is. Fouled out of play by Lewis. So Sones will move back. Almost expected Lewis to let Sones go ahead and move to second.
Yeah. Lewis he's a hitter, though.
Yeah.
He's going to try to drive in at least 1 run right here.
Here's the pitch from Allen. Hard hit ball. Butler makes the play at first, steps on the bag, gets out at first base, holds Sones down at second base, but not before Lewis. And then Fortenberry can score again.
Good job there by Butler at first base. Just cool. Fielded the ball, went to first, knew he didn't have to worry about the guy coming home because that's not your tying run. And puts him out at first base. Good job.
So another RBI from Glenn Lewis on the ground ball out to first base. Pitch inside to Julian Case as Sones moves down to third. The tying run in scoring position for Brookhaven Radiology.
Things have changed here. You get the tying run 70 feet away. Now you got to be really smart. That ball's got to get away because Mowdy's fast, Allen's fast.
Yeah.
You got to make sure it's something Sones can score on.
Allen would pitch. Back out of the zone just a little bit. 2 balls, no strikes. Sones getting a pretty good jump out there at third. So he's looking to come on anything like this.
Yeah, because he's the tie and run. And you might take a little bit more chance with him, but you don't want to take a bad chance. You got to be sure.
Here's the pitch to Case. Call strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 0's on the clock, so time has expired.
Yep. The only thing, keep this one extended if Sones scores and nobody else does. So we'll see what happens here.
Allen looks into Mowdy. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Off Mowdy's shin guard. Up under the tag at home. I tell you what, Sones hesitated just a little bit, but the right call right there, he got up under that one. So we got a 3-3 ball game. And Sones had a little hesitation down at third, then he turned the Jets on, slid up under the tag as Mowdy got it back to Allen.
This game is tied.
Tie ball game. That may be. Yep, I believe Allen's probably out of pitching.
Yeah, he's worn out. He's done a great job, but he is worn out.
So let's reset it real quick. When the bottom half of the third inning, time has expired. We got a 3-3 ball game, 2 runs here in the bottom half of the third inning by Brookhaven Radiology. I'm going to have a pitching change. So let's give it back to the studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to LCC Monday Night Baseball here on B92.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford Truck Headquarters. We here at Sullivan want to extend our biggest thanks for all of your business over the past few months by offering 0% up to 84 months on all remaining 2019 models, as well as 0% up to 72 months on most of our 2020 vehicles. Don't forget our special discounts for military, teachers, college grads, first responders, and healthcare professionals. Check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. Good luck to all the teams, and a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. Let's reset it. We got a 3-3 ball game. Time has expired here in the bottom half of the third inning. Pitching change. Jaden Allen, the starting pitcher, from 2 1/3 inning, has moved out to shortstop. Cameron Rutland comes in from shortstop to try to hold Brookhaven Radiology at bay.
He's coming in a tough situation, 3-1 count.
And they're going to try to push this to extra innings. Julian Case is up. As you mentioned, Jeff, 3-1 count to Case.
That is never easy for a pitcher to come in and do that.
Here's the pitch. Foul down the right side, so good job right there by Rutland. Comes in easy peasy, just throws it right down the middle.
That's right.
Case knocks it in the dirt down the right side, so full count, 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. M Square Construction trying to push it to extra innings.
Case heading up there for a walk. He wants to get a hit, so he swung away.
Here's the pitch from Rutland. That one's going to bounce into Mowdy. Going to pick up the walk. So winning run down at first base in the form of Julian Case. Brady Michael Durr will stand in for Brookhaven Radiology. Madden Coleman on deck.
You're Brady Durr here. You want to get Wood on the ball, move. Worst thing you want to do is get him moved from first to second.
Big gap out between left field and center field. Bibbs playing to the right side of the outfield.
If you're radiology here, you're trying to, if you can get your guy to second without an out, that would be nice.
Swing and a miss from Durr. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Brady Michael Durr. Gatlin kind of shading the line, but Bibbs giving a lot of room in left center field, the center fielder. Pitch on the way is going to work outside from Rutland. 2 balls, 1 strike to Brady Michael Durr. Winning run down at first base in the form of Julian Case.
Good take there by Durr because that was not that far off the plate.
Rutland looks to Mowdy. Here's the pitch. Good swing by Durr. Couldn't catch up with it. Got by Mowdy. Nothing doing down there at first by Case. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
So if you hear Durr has to protect the plate.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch from Rutland. Swing and a miss, strike three, so good job there by Rutland. Got Gurr to kind of chase one out of the zone, so 2 outs in the inning. It's going to bring up Madden Coleman. And if you remember, Jeff, first time up with Coleman, Allen stayed down low on him. He just couldn't do anything with it.
Right.
Let's see if Rutland tries to do the same. High fly ball is going to get over the second baseman's head out in left field. Bibbs, check that, Allen retrieves that out in shallow left field, throws into second base, not in time to get Julian Case. So a hit right there from Coleman.
Yeah, that's what we were saying before. If we could have gotten Case down to second, they could have gotten in there. That would have been a big deal at that point. You might could have scored him on that. Probably not. Bibbs got a good arm, came back pretty quickly. He couldn't have had a better player filling that ball out there than Allen. I'm sorry, not Bibbs.
Bo Williams steps in. They got a little confusion right here. Got 2 men out at second base. We'll see if they throw over to first base. They try to put a tag on. Got him over at first base. Let's see if we can reset that one. Ball got by Mouty, Jeff. Julian Case didn't move out of second base. Coleman at first base made his way down to second. We had 2 runners standing on second base as Madden Coleman tried to make his way back to first base. Jenkins throws across the diamond to Butler. Butler puts a tag on Coleman to get him out of the inning.
And we're in extra time.
Extra innings here at the Lincoln Civic Center. So at the end of 3, Brookhaven Radiology 3, M Squared Construction 3, and we are going to extra innings.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to Monday Night Baseball here on B92.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
The pipe under the sink broke. Junior started a small fire in the den. Don't panic. Call Nathan Grayson and Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. Whatever disaster strikes your home, Dry Time can take care of it. Fire and soot, water, mold, and more. Dry Time also offers complete cleaning services from floor to ceiling. Don't panic. Call Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. 754-1449.
Last batter was Mouty.
And we're up back here at Lincoln Civic Center, extra innings. Brookhaven Radiology puts up 2 runs in the bottom half of the 3rd inning to tie it, so we're going to go to extras. A little confusion about I have Jackson Smith. I think we had a runner take out at
Smith
home.
was at the plate when Butler was put out at the plate.
That's right. So 3-3 ball game, extra innings here at the Lincoln Civic Center, Field 4.
So we started the inning with 1 out.
All right, they're going to do the
Mouty on second.
Extra innings rule. They're going to put 1 out on the scoreboard. Carson Mouty will start out at second base. These are the extra inning rules, trying to move the ball games along a little bit.
Trying to force the issue, get a run in here at least.
Right.
Kind of like going for 2 in football. You got to go for 2 in overtime.
That's right. So Malley's going to be out at second base. He was the last out of the inning. Well, I don't know if he was technically the last. Butler was the last out. He got it home. Malley
was the last batter
of the inning.
Last official batter.
Yeah. So that would probably be the ruling there.
And M Square is not going to fuss about that because Mouty can really motor. So that's the guy they like having at second base.
Tell you what, kind of a face-off right here between the catchers, Mouty and Fortenberry, because I wouldn't be surprised if Mouty's looking to move on first pitch.
Got to.
Fortenberry certainly got a cannon behind the plate. Glenn Lewis on the mound. So these are the extra inning rules. They put a runner out at second base, 1 out, automatic out in the inning. Jackson Smith steps in for M Squared Construction. Lewis looks in. Here's the pitch. Now it's going to be down in the dirt. Mouty, little cat and mouse here with Fortenberry. He's going to go back to the bag.
Yeah, he's not going to challenge Fortenberry's arm down at third base. Not yet. He's going to have to really get something that Fortenberry has to get after.
1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Extra innings here at Lincoln Civic Center. Ball up and out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes.
Fortenberry doing a good job looking him back, having to be aware of everything that's going on.
Lewis looks to Fortenberry, trying to find the strike zone right here. Swing and a miss by Jackson Smith. Good location right there from Lewis.
Yeah, good comeback there, Lewis. First couple high in the zone, and again, it looked like he let up a little bit, got the ball in there first strike. If you're Smith here, your keys, you got to make contact.
Here's the pitch from Lewis, fouled back over the screen, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top half of the 4th inning. These are extra innings here at the Lincoln Civic Center. 11 and 12-year-old division, O-Zone, open base division. Jackson Smith hanging tough. Dan Lewis looks into Fortenberry.
Good job fighting that ball off. It was up a little bit in the zone. He was able to hang in there.
Here's the pitch. That was a lazy fly ball to the right side off the screen. Fortenberry made chase, just couldn't get it before it rebounded off the screen about 10 feet high.
He ran out of room. He caught that ball if he had another 10 feet easily.
Absolutely. Mowdy hanging close to second base out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Smith. That one's going to work out of the zone. It's going to load it up. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Smith. Smith wears number 34 for M Square Construction. We are in extra innings.
Good take there by Smith.
Here's the pitch from Lewis. Swing and a miss. Good job there by Glenn Lewis.
That was a pretty pitch. And he definitely took something off of that one. Yeah. Not saying he threw a curveball or anything, but he spun it a little bit. He floated it, and the Smith was way out in front of it. Very good pitch. 2 outs in the inning. Mounting down at second is going to bring in Mark Gill. Here's the pitch. We're going to work down in the zone. Ball 1 to Gill. Gill struck out his first time up. Wouldn't be surprised Mowdy moves on the next few pitches. Lewis holding him close out there, though. That one up and out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to Mark Gill. Yeah, I'm thinking here, kind of seeing how Gill gets on the count, whether they might try to force that issue a little bit. If Lewis can get a couple strikes on him, I think they'll end up running it. Here's the pitch from Lewis. Gill went for a high pitch right there, couldn't catch up with it, so 2 balls, 1 strike to Gill for M Squared Construction. And this looks like a count you running. Yeah. But now the way Fortenberry's fielding that ball, I mean, he's ready to crank it. See, Mowdy's got a walking lead out there. Decides to stay in place. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mowdy down at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-3 ball game. Brookhaven Radiology tied it up in the bottom half of the last inning. We're in extras. Mowdy on the move. Call strike 3. Right down the middle. Good job there by Glenn Lewis. Yeah, you know, Mowdy, Gill was a little bit back off the plate. Lewis threw that ball in the outside corner. He just couldn't reach it. Good pitch. Well, at the end of 3.5 innings of play, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner was left on base. We got a 3-3 ball game with Brookhaven Radiology coming to bat. They'll try to win it here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Let's give it back to our studio for 1 minute. 1 minute down the line, you're listening to Lincoln Civic Center Baseball on B92.
For a winning deal on a new Toyota or Carfax certified pre-owned vehicle, it's Toyota of Brookhaven. The friendly sales team at Toyota of Brookhaven will help you choose the right vehicle for you with financing to fit your budget. When it comes to service, Toyota of Brookhaven takes care of everything from oil changes to major repair work. Toyota of Brookhaven, 890 Brookway Boulevard. Online, toyotaofbrookhaven.com. Good luck to all our Dixie youth teams. Cash in on cool summer savings at C&W Homes in Vicksburg. C&W Homes has 2 Sunshine display homes at big discounts. Take your choice and save on a Sunshine 28 by 68 4-bedroom 2-bath home or a 32 by 64 3-bedroom 2-bath Sunshine home. Price includes delivery, setup, skirting, and AC. These great homes are priced to move. C&W Homes, Highway 61 South, Vicksburg. They will not be undersold. Call toll-free 800-748-9056. Online, CWMobilehomes.com.
Michael. And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. Extra innings moving to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Brookhaven Radiology are trying to win it right here. We play the playoff. I'm not sure how it's called, the international rules, continental rules, or we'll call it the extra inning rules, where they put a runner out at second base and go ahead and award 1 out in the inning. So you got a runner in scoring position. That'll be in the form of Brady Michael Durr at the plate for the Brookhaven Radiology. Bo Williams, Hayden Avance, and Taiwan Dixon trying to win it for the X-ray guys.
Durr, tall, rangy kid. He can run. So base hit can win the game right here.
Oh, yeah.
And you got a good hitter up at the plate.
Cameron Rutland.
We'll see.
Going to check that Bo Williams to step in. Cameron Rutland on the mound. Cam did a good job last inning for M Squared.
Yeah, he's going to throw a strike.
I tell you what, Carson Mowdy, he's the one you really got to depend on right here. He's got to block everything up, especially that winning run out there at second base. You want to keep him off third, because when he goes to third, the pressure goes up exponentially.
It changes everything. Anything put in play pretty much can score the winning run. You do that with less than 2 outs.
Final warm-up tosses for Rutland. Mowdy, good arm down to second base. They'll reset their defense. 1 out in the inning. We're following the playoff rules. Bo Williams to step in. He wears number 12 for the Brookhaven Radiology, looking to put something. Probably wants to hit it to the right side. Big hole over there.
Big hole.
Holding Durr on at second base. Pitch on the way from Rutland. Out of the zone, ball 1. Let's see if Coach Durr
brought Brady Michael over and had a conversation with him. So I don't know what they worked out.
Thought he might be moving on down with, but Mowdy, we know, has got a good arm behind the plate. Pitch in the dirt. So 2 balls, no strikes to Bo Williams. Good job by Mowdy keeping it off the screen.
Coach Durr here, you'd really like to get some balls in the strike zone here for this young man, because he's got a good cut.
Pitch on the way from Rutland, up and out of the zone. So 3 balls, no strikes. You know, and a walk right here, Jeff, really doesn't hurt that bad, because the winning run is out at second base. It sets up the force out.
Yeah.
So, walk to the leadoff batter. Durr on the move is going to make his way down to third. I think he kind of fell asleep right there. Let Durr move down to third base. So now we got the runner in scoring position as Bo Williams draws the walk.
That changes everything, because if Williams walks and you keep Durr on second, like you said, you got to force at any base.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be. But now you got first and third, a bad pass ball scores a winning run. Anything in play, pretty much, except for maybe a pop-up in the infield, is probably going to score a run. So, and if you're Brady Michael Durr here, you got to watch, make sure that ball gets a good bit away, because Mowdy is quick. Now, that's something we hadn't seen right there. That looked good. A attempted pickoff there at third base, and it was close.
I tell you what, Rutland with a good move over to Brandon Jenkins. Jenkins almost got the tag down in time. So a good move right out there. Almost got Durr leaning toward home plate. Hayden Avance steps in, and runners at second and third. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Avance. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. Avance wears number 3. Brady Michael Durr, the winning run down at third base with 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Cam Rutland looks in to Mowdy. Throw over to third base. Got away from Jenkins. He'll retrieve it. Durr's going to stay right there.
And be careful with that, because, like you say, you don't want an errant throw to lose this ball game if you're M Square.
Cool customer out there on the mound in the form of Cameron Rutland. Good move over to third base. Couple of strikes to Jenkins at third to keep Durr close. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Avance. So 2 strikes on Avance. No balls, 2 strikes.
Good cut there by Avance, just trying to put the bat on the ball.
Avance trying to hit something to the right side. Push Brady Michael Durr and the winning run across. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch right there by Rutland. It's going to strike out. So we'll reset it. 2 outs in the inning.
So we got Taiwan coming up here. He had a really good hit last time, Taiwan Dixon.
Dixon hit one to the right side last time up. Let's see if he can do it again. Rutland looks to Mount. He's got his signal. Pitch to Dixon. Swing and a miss by Dixon. Chased one out of the zone, but Dixon, a good eye for the baseball.
Yeah, they're having a little trouble picking this ball up from Rutland because they're swinging at some of these higher outside pitches. They're not way out of the zone, but they're a little bit up.
Another good cut right there by Dixon. Good dig back here by Mowdy. kept it off the screen, so no balls, 2 strikes. Now, ball in the dirt, a ball that gets on the ground. On a 3rd strike, Dixon can run. Now they have to make the throw down to Butler. Here comes Durr. Speed Durr. Durr steals home. Durr steals home. Coach Joseph Durr rolled the dice right there.
Great idea, great coaching, great play, great end to the ball game.
Unbelievable right there. Coach Joseph Durr rolled the dice with 2 strikes right there. Sent Brady Michael Durr down the line. Maybe distracted the pitcher and just a little bit. Had gotten the dirt, and Durr slides up under the attempted tag and wins it right here in the bottom half, the 4th inning with 2 outs. And Cameron Rutland just grooving it out there. Brady Michael Durr with a stolen base. Ball game, game-winning stolen base to win it for Brookhaven Radiology. Wow.
Yeah, that was, and it couldn't have been a better pitch to steal home on because it hit the dirt, hopped up, and there was no way Mowdy could field it and make the play. Good job.
So another great ball game from the Lincoln Civic Center. We're going to give it back to the studio for 2 minutes. We're going to tally things up and pick our most valuable player of the ball game in just a second. So, Jeremy, give us 2 minutes. 2 minutes down the line. We'll come back here and wrap it up. You're listening to Lincoln Civic Center Baseball here on B92.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford Truck Headquarters. We here at Sullivan want to extend our biggest thanks for all of your business over the past few months by offering 0% up to 84 months on all remaining 2019 models, as well as 0% up to 72 months on most of our 2020 vehicles. Don't forget our special discounts for military, teachers, college grads, first responders, and healthcare professionals. Check out our Facebook page or visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
Our youth sports programs are an important part of our community. Rex Lumber is proud to be a supporter of youth sports. As in sports, teamwork is an important part of any business and community effort. Rex Lumber supports our community and is pleased to be a part of the team helping Lincoln County grow. Good luck to all the teams, and a big thank you to all the players, coaches, family, and supporters who make it all happen. Go teams! Rex Lumber is with you all the way.
Sports injury? Tri-Therapy Physical and Occupational Therapy Clinics can help. We provide care for all types of injuries and rehabilitation. Richard Barker, owner and physical therapist, has created and managed sports programs for adolescents for many years here in Brookhaven. Tri-Therapy's main office is in Brookhaven at 509 Brookway Boulevard, along with locations in Crystal Springs, Monticello, Macomb, Magnolia, Prentice, and Hattiesburg. You have a choice. Choose Tri-Therapy. Call us at 601-833-7317.
The pipe under the sink broke. Junior started a small fire in the den. Don't panic. Call Nathan Grayson and Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. Whatever disaster strikes your home, Dry Time can take care of it. Fire and soot, water, mold, and more. Dry Time also offers complete cleaning services from floor to ceiling. Don't panic. Call Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration at 754-1449. 754-1449.
And we're back here at the Lincoln Civic Center. A barn burner extra inning for Brookhaven Radiology scored with 2 outs, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brady Michael Durr with 2, as I mentioned, no balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Coach Joseph Durr rolls the dice, sends his son Brady Michael Durr on the pitch to steal home plate. Distracted pitcher-catcher just enough. Durr slides in safely. That's your ball game and another great ball game.
Ball game.
We had these guys about 4 weeks ago, Jeff. It was a 7-5 ball game. This was a 4-3 ball game in extra innings, and you couldn't ask for much better than that. Good pitching, good fielding, pretty good hitting on both sides.
Yeah.
Real good base running, especially down the stretch by both ball clubs, and just a quality ball game from both squads.
I was impressed by all 4 pitchers we saw in the game. Coleman had a little bit of trouble early on, but then he settled down and did okay. And then Lewis came in and bailed out that inning. But then on the other side, Allen and Rutland just did a great job. I mean, you can't fault anybody. This was not a game that was lost. It was a game that was won by some really good ball play.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about it during the break and looking across the score sheet, and I think kind of unanimous. We're going to go with Glenn Lewis as our Toyota Brookhaven player of the game. Lewis had 2 RBIs on the night, 2 key batting that number 3 slot for Brookhaven Radiology, and had infield really sacrifices, but RBIs, hit him to the right side of the runner on third, and that's just good basing. Both of his balls were hit to the right side, pushing Fortenberry across the plate 2 times, and Lewis came in relief of Madden.
He did a great job.
Lewis picks up the win in the ball game, and just a great, gritty job out there by Glenn Lewis, our Toyota of Brookhaven player of the game.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he basically, I think, faced the minimum once he came in. He got a strikeout. Next inning, gave up a single, but that man eventually was thrown out of the plate. Got a ground out, fly out, and then 2 strikeouts in the extra inning. So, I mean, he did a great job.
I tell you, and the key to it, and you and I have heard it since we played and coached kids, and stay in the strike zone.
Right.
Stay in the strike zone, let your defense work, let the batters, if you get the strikeout, great, let your defense work, and then that's what Lewis did, and again, picked up our Toyota of Brookhaven player of the game in the process. To tell you what, if they're all like this, I can't wait until next week.
This was fun.
Yeah, good ball game tonight, and so it's a wrap here from the Lincoln Civic Center, field number 4, Brookhaven Radiology, and extra innings picks up a 4-3 win, sort of a revenge from the first time out. So these two teams have split. They're 1-1 against each other on the season, and 2 quality ball clubs, and we've seen 2 great ball games for both of them.
Thanks for joining us tonight, and if you didn't get to hear the whole game, you can go out on YouTube and listen to it later on. Once you get it put up there.
I had a parent call, send me a text last week. I think one of their Simmons hit the inside park home run, and he was the one that turned the Jets on when he was at first base and saw that ball go to the wall, and had a round tripper, and he said his mom said he was so thrilled to hear his name called on the radio for his inside the park home run. So the kids really enjoy that.
They do.
And it's certainly our pleasure to bring you Monday Night Baseball. It's a wrap here from the Lincoln Civic Center for Beck Warren, for Jeff Richardson.
Thank you.
This is Beck Warren. Good evening and good night.
This has been Monday Night Dixie Youth Baseball on B92. Game action was brought to you by Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Exit 40 Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookway Market Basket on Brookway Boulevard, Rex Lumber Company, Dry Time Fire and Water Cleanup and Restoration,